If you're a homeowner in the Durham region or planning to become one, this video is for you. I'm going to be sharing an update on the latest real estate market trends from June 2023. Make sure you stick around to the end of this video so that you can take advantage of some hidden opportunities, whether you're thinking about buying or selling. So, from a high level perspective, in June, there were 1.5 months of inventory available in the Durham region, which keeps things in seller's market territory. What does that mean? Months of inventory tells you how many months it would take for all of the homes currently on the market to sell, given the average sales volume. 4 to 6 months of inventory indicates a more balanced market. Less than 4 months means there's not a lot of inventory available, which can drive prices up. More than 6 months of supply means there's lots of properties available for buyers to choose from, which can drive prices down. So how is that number trending versus last month? It's up from the 1 month of inventory we had in May. Other important numbers to look at when trying to see where the market is trending: new listings. In May, we saw 1,650 new listings. In June, that number went up to 1,860. The number of sales went down from 1,067 in May to 898 sales in June. This is a 16% decrease. So, increased listings and decreased sales leads to more inventory, more houses available for sale. These numbers are all indicators that we could be slowly heading into a more balanced market. Personally, I feel like a balanced market is the best kind of market to be in, more fair to both buyers and sellers. So if that's where we're headed, this is not a bad place to be. Houses are very much still selling. Average days on market was 11, which was the same in May. And sale price to list price ratio was 107%, down slightly from 108% in May. This means most homes were still selling for over the asking price. So most sellers are still choosing to underprice their homes and set an offer date. And in most cases, it's still working. I'll talk more about that in a minute though. The average price in the Durham region was just shy of $1 million at $999,787. This is up just over $11,000 from May's average of $988,644. The Durham region hit its lowest point price-wise in December 2022 with an average price of just over $874,000. And we've seen this average price climb steadily through 2023. Now, what will happen over the next couple of months with prices? Of course, no one can say for certain, but some things that could come into play. We have increased inventory, like we've discussed. We're also into the typically slower summer months. We also just saw the Bank of Canada raise its benchmark interest rate by another 25 basis points, making this the first time since April 2001 that this figure hit 5%. And let's not forget to add on the additional fact that cost of living for everything from gas to groceries is up significantly. So while I don't think prices will necessarily come down at this point, I would not be surprised if we start to see things stay more steady for a while. Time will tell, so we'll have to see what happens over the next couple of months. One very important thing to understand is that while macro level statistics can give us an overall picture of the market, when you're actually looking at buying or selling, you really need to look at your micro market. If you're selling a $1.2 million home in North Oshawa versus a townhome in Ajax or a bungalow in Newcastle, there's no one size fits all approach right now. You need to look at what's happening in your neighborhood with your home type to decide on the best course of action. And underpricing and setting an offer date might actually not be the best way to go. We're seeing more listings being terminated right now as well. There were 188 listings terminated in the Durham region from July 5th to the 12th. Compare that to earlier in May when we were only seeing closer to 80 listings terminated in a week. And in many cases, you're seeing those terminated listings come back on the market at a higher price, now with offers anytime. I'm also noticing that there are more sellers choosing to price at what they believe to be fair market value and take offers anytime, or maybe ask for a 24-hour irrevocable on the offer. Specifically in the 800 to just under $1 million price point in Oshawa, for example, more houses than not came up over the last week in this price range do not have an offer date. But we're seeing offers anytime in Whitby and Clarington as well. So those opportunities are everywhere right now. So what does this mean for you as a seller or a buyer? I'm not going to say it's a great time to buy or it's a great time to sell, because it might not be for you. But people do buy and sell every day in every type of market for any number of reasons. So For would-be sellers, some things stay the same in any market if you want to get top dollar. Properly presenting and marketing the home will be as important as ever. And you need to have the right pricing strategy in place based on your neighborhood and home type. Maybe underpricing and setting an offer date will make sense, but be open to other pricing strategies as well. Homes are still selling in less than 2 weeks on average, so go in with the right mindset and plan in place, and you'll be okay. If you also plan to purchase, you may have an easier time finding your next home as well. For buyers, there are opportunities out there right now to not have to be in multiple offer scenarios fighting over a house. That means you can get a home inspection condition, possibly even buy under asking. We still see some outliers with sale prices that make you scratch your head and wonder why they paid so much more than the very recent similar home sales. And in some cases, it's because the buyer doesn't yet realize that the market is cooling a bit and they think they need to pay more than they do. So I would say take a breath and don't go too crazy. When you're looking at comparable sales to decide on a price, try to stick to more recent sales from the last few weeks so you have the most accurate data. There are a lot more options right now, so this could be your time to take advantage of that. If you'd like to know what's happening specifically in your neighborhood and want an accurate market analysis for your home, or you're thinking of purchasing and want to know what's going on in a certain area, reach out anytime. All of my contact information is included in the description below. Otherwise, feel free to check out my other videos and subscribe so that you don't miss my next market update for July. Thanks so much for watching.